A paraplegic powerhouse, found family, and a school of assassins. This is Tank Chair, an ongoing manga series that started in November 2022, featuring a colorful cast of characters in a dark setting. Throughout the story, we meet individuals who gain power through gene doping, body modifications, and of course, those who are naturally gifted. Our main character is not only gifted, but he is an extremely rare case even among the elite. Unfortunately though, he is a shell of his former self, now confined to a wheelchair and in a comatose-like state. That is, until someone lets out killing intent toward him. This awakens him and gives him a portion of his original strength, depending on how strong the killing intent is at the given moment. But no matter how strong the intent is, it won't heal his legs, and he will eventually go back into a comatose state once the intent wears off. This is where his sister Shizuka comes into play. She goes out collecting the most dangerous bounties to try and rehabilitate her brother Nagi by exposing him to extreme levels of killing intent. She lets out her own intent to kill Nagi to give him updates on new jobs, which is pretty crazy considering it is stated intent to kill is given off subconsciously and you can't fake it. Maybe this will come into play down the road with a huge reveal or some big twist of why she's able to give killing intent to her brother. But there's multiple instances where Shizuka gives off actual killing intent toward her brother Nagi. As one character says, those siblings are nuts. But to be fair, they would have to be because of the dark and corrupted world in which the story is set. Nagi and Shizuka are on the run from the academy, which took them in back when they were just orphans on the street. The academy is an organization that takes in kids from all over the world and turns them into elite assassins. Nagi was actually the top student in Class A, and Class A is for the elite students. And the only way to get into Class A is to actually steal someone from Class A's armband, which is usually a death wish. Now, on the other hand, Shizuka was at the bottom, and normally students who underperform must graduate. By the way, usually when the word graduate pops up in the story, it's always bolded out in the series, so you can infer that it means death. The brother and sister end up leaving the academy at some point and live a life on the run. This marked them as traitors by the academy, so they're also being hunted while they're actually out doing bounties under the codename Tank Chair to bring Nagi back to his old self. That reminds me, we gotta talk about the chair briefly. I don't want to spoil too much in this video as this is just to serve as an introduction to the world, but I will tell you that the wheelchair was created by a scientist and she made it to have different modes suited for different scenarios. So it's always fun to see the different applications of the chair. So if anyone has that funny comment that stairs would be his biggest nemesis, that ain't gonna cut it. He can get around stairs. And let me not forget to mention the way he got into the actual wheelchair. He was protecting his sister. Now mind you, his sister is a weak character. She is the bottom of the class. So he got shot with a bullet in his brainstem protecting his little sister. That is how he got put in the wheelchair and in a comatose-like state. He isn't the type of person to regret his decision though. His little sister means the world to him, but not in a creepy way either. He's a very down-to-earth big brother. He's honestly on some goat shit. But he even says that he learned something from the experience. He learned to connect deeper with the bonds and realize the bonds that he has with his sister and what they actually mean. All in all though, I gotta say that this story is very fun. If you're into Chainsaw Man or Dorohedoro, it's like they had a baby kinda. The art, the direction, the visuals, it's super well done. But I think my favorite thing overall about this series is the character designs, and honestly the character themselves, but the designs are super strong, very memorable. It has a very strong female cast, which is always nice to see in battle series, or just series in general. I will say though that the pacing moves at breakneck speed, maybe a little bit too fast if I had to say one bad thing about it, but that is just a personal subjective opinion of mine. You may personally like that, and it's not hard to follow or anything like that. It's definitely not boring, so I don't think it's something to really hold against the series too much. It's one of those series where you just never know what direction the author is going to take it, because there's a development in the chapter 20 to 30 range that I didn't think you would see until towards the middle or end of the series, but it's handled really well. When I first started reading and it looked like we were going to follow Shizuka around a lot, I thought maybe that might not really hit too hard. It might not be exciting. I want to see Nagi fight. But the truth is, it builds this beautiful dynamic between the brother and sister for heartfelt moments, but not just between them, but how they influence other characters. There's another dynamic with a brother and sister that's beautiful and handled really, really well. I almost maybe prefer than the main brother and sister. even though theirs is really good as well. It's a very gory series, but like I said, if you're into Dorohedoro or Chainsaw Man, the chances are that you might like this. This is just a quick recommendation video. If you do check it out, or if you have read it, let me know in the comment section what you think of it. Give me a rating 1 to 10. Right now I probably got it at about an 8 out of 10. But I'm really enjoying it, and I think the potential for it is there. The villains are like super ominous. Like the main villain, the sensei, she's super like imposing and scary, like in the verse. She terrifies everyone. The cast of villains are very bombastic and very charismatic and fun to just like see on panel. Highly recommend it. Like I said, just check it out. This is the Jagan. Remember, stay normie, stay weeb, shit even in between is fine. Until next time, peace.